Good evening, viewers. Tonight, our headlines encompass a range of legal proceedings and tragic incidents that demand our attention. We bring you in-depth coverage and analysis of the stories unfolding across our communities. In a courtroom verdict that sends shockwaves through the region, Wensley Williams, known as Pooh Bear, has been found guilty of the murder of his younger brother. Our legal experts will dissect the details of the case, shedding light on the events that led to this tragic outcome within a family. In separate court proceedings, Rondel Stephen and Kevindra Jagdeo have received sentences, each facing the consequences of their actions. Our court reporters are closely following these cases, providing you with the latest updates on the legal outcomes and the impact on the individuals involved. Dubbed Plantain, an individual is sentenced to prison for simple larceny. We explore the details of the case and the implications of the sentence for both the perpetrator and the affected parties. In a different legal context, rape suspect Rohan Nareen has been granted bail, raising questions and concerns within the community. Our team will delve into the circumstances surrounding this decision and its broader implications. On a more urgent note, a family seeks the public's help in locating a missing person, Elizabeth. Our community reporters will be sharing details about Elizabeth, urging viewers to assist in any way possible to reunite her with her loved ones. In another legal development, an elderly man is set to stand trial in the High Court, facing charges that warrant judicial examination. Our legal correspondents will be providing insights into the upcoming trial and the complexities of the case. Tragedy strikes in Port Kaituma as a fatal hit-and-run incident claims the life of Andrew Adams. Our traffic correspondents will be investigating the circumstances surrounding this heartbreaking event and its implications for road safety. Lastly, a fatal incident at Heroes Highway and Diamond Main Access Road has claimed 2 lives, leaving a community in mourning. Our reporters will be on site, gathering details and offering a comprehensive perspective on this devastating incident. Stay tuned for these stories and more, as we bring you the latest updates, expert opinions, and comprehensive coverage throughout the evening.
Wensley Williams, Pooh Bear, found guilty of murder of younger brother. In a verdict delivered on Wednesday, Wensley Williams, popularly known as Pooh Bear, was found guilty of the capital offense of murder in connection to the death of his younger brother, Cleveland Hodge. The tragic incident occurred between May 21 and 22, 2020, in Old Road, Craig, East Bank Demerara, EBD. The jury, while returning a guilty verdict, determined that Williams was insane at the time he committed the act. Justice Priya Sunaran Bahari presided over the trial at the Demerara High Court. The sentencing has been deferred until February 29, 2024. Until then, Williams will remain on remand. The defendant was represented by attorney-at-law Dexter Todd and Candace Adams, while State Counsel Caressa Henry, Joy Williams, and Padma Dubraj handled the prosecution. The charges stemmed from an incident where Hodge, 39, also known as Bruckup, a gold miner from Grove Squatting Area, EBD, was fatally stabbed by his brother. Hodge succumbed to his injuries at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, a day after the stabbing. The court heard that the altercation arose when Hodge attempted to disarm his brother, who was carrying a knife. In the struggle, Williams wounded his brother's hands and subsequently stabbed him in the left shoulder and right arm. Despite initial treatment and discharge, Hodge's health deteriorated, leading to his readmission and eventual passing. The verdict represents a significant development in the legal proceedings, shedding light on the complex circumstances surrounding this tragic incident. Rondel Stephen sentenced to 2 years and Kevindra Jagdeo sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. Rondel Stephen, a 41-year-old farmer from Henrietta, Essequibo Coast, has been sentenced to 2 years in prison for the offense of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking, involving 33.99 grams of cannabis. Stephen changed his plea to guilty during the court hearing held on Tuesday, January 23, 2024, at the Anna Regina Magistrates Court, before Her Worship Miss Esther Sam. In addition to the imprisonment term, Stephen is also fined $50,985 for the narcotics-related charge. Furthermore, another case was heard on the same day involving 32-year-old Kevindra Jagdeo, a farmer from Perth Public Road, Essequibo Coast. Jagdeo was charged with the offense of breach of protection order, committed against his mother, which occurred on Friday, January 19, 2024, at Lot 214 Devonshire Castle, Essequibo Coast. During the trial, conducted before Her Worship Miss Esther Sam, Jagdeo pleaded not guilty, and the court proceeded with witness testimonies. After careful consideration of the evidence, Jagdeo was found guilty of the charge and subsequently sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. These legal proceedings demonstrate the commitment to upholding the law and ensuring justice in the Essequibo region. Plantain Foot sentenced to prison for simple larceny. Esho Persad, popularly known as Plantain Foot, a 24-year-old farmer residing at Lima Public Road, Essequibo Coast, has been charged with the offense of simple larceny against a pump attendant of Lima Essequibo Coast. The incident took place on Saturday, December 2, 2023, in Lima, Essequibo Coast. On Tuesday, January 23, 2024, the case was heard at the Ana Regina Magistrates Court, presided over by Her Worship Miss Esther Sam. The defendant appeared virtually from prison and was found guilty of the charge. Esho Persad, aka Plantain Foot, has been sentenced to 12 months of imprisonment. The legal proceedings were conducted efficiently, and justice has been served in this case of theft. Rape suspect, Rohan Nareen, granted bail. Rohan Nareen, also known as Prem Nareen, a 52-year-old businessman residing at Lot 18 Cullen Public Road, Essequibo Coast, has been charged with the offense of rape against a female from Region No. 2 Palmeroon/Supinam, Essequibo Coast. The accused appeared before Her Worship Miss Esther Sam at the Ana Regina Magistrates Court on Wednesday, January 24, 2024. The charge was read to him, and he was not required to enter a plea. Bail has been granted in the sum of $300,000. The case has been adjourned to February 7, 2024, for the disclosure of statements. The legal proceedings will continue as the investigation unfolds. The Guyana News Updates team will continue to provide updates as the case progresses. Family seeks help in locating missing Elizabeth. Elizabeth Mackenzie, born on May 1, 2008, was reported missing after leaving her grandmother's house for the second time, heading to an address in Nimes over the river. She was last seen on January 12, dressed in blue pants and a pink top, carrying her school bag. According to her mother, Elizabeth came to Guyana to complete high school and was residing with her grandmother. However, she has exhibited a constant habit of running away. After reaching out to Guyana News Updates, the family explained, "Our daughter came to Guyana to complete high school. She was staying with her grandma, and she has been in a constant habit of running away." Despite efforts to handle the situation through social or girls' school intervention, Elizabeth ran away again after staying for a few days. The family has filed a report with the local police station and is urgently urging anyone with information about Elizabeth's whereabouts to contact the nearest police station. The family is deeply concerned about Elizabeth's well-being and is pleading for her safe return home. Any assistance from the public in locating Elizabeth is highly appreciated. Elderly man to stand trial in High Court for rape. 60-year-old Hainjan Takram called Kali Boy, a businessman, of Lot 33 La Belle Alliance, Essequibo Coast, was charged with the offenses of sexual activity with a child family member. The incident occurred between 1st of September 2022 and 30th of September 2022, on the Essequibo Coast. On Wednesday 24th of January 2024, the case was heard at the Ana Regina Magistrates Court, before Her Worship Miss Esther Sam, where a paper committal was held. The court ruled that there is enough evidence before the court and committed the accused to stand trial at the next practicable session at the Sudhi Supreme Criminal Court. Bail was granted in the sum of $500,000. The Guyana News Update team will continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as the case progresses in the ongoing legal proceedings. Fatal hit-and-run incident claims life of Andrew Adams in Port Kaituma. In the early hours of Wednesday morning, a suspected hit-and-run incident in Port Kaituma, Northwest District, resulted in the tragic death of 29-year-old Andrew Adams. The incident occurred around 03:00 hours at Citrus Grove Main Road. Reports indicate that Andrew Adams was discovered at the scene with multiple injuries. Immediate medical attention was provided, and he was rushed to the Port Kaituma Hospital. Regrettably, Mr. Adams succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. The Guyana police force has detained the driver believed to be involved in the accident, and investigations are underway to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. The Guyana police force expresses its deepest condolences to the family and friends of Andrew Adams during this difficult time. Further updates will be provided as the investigation progresses. Fatal incident at Heroes Highway and Diamond Main Access Road claims 2 lives. The Guyana police force is currently investigating a tragic fatal incident that occurred at approximately 18:10 hours on Tuesday, January 23, 2024, at the junction of Heroes Highway and Diamond Main Access Road, East Bank Demerara. The incident resulted in the loss of 2 lives and injuries to 4 individuals. The fatal incident involved motorcar #pad 6435, driven by Daniel Gomez, 21 years old, carrying 5 occupants, namely Brittany Hendricks, 23, Ellie Persad, 2 years old, Tresha Singh, age unknown, Bhagat Singh, 50 years old, and Emily Persad, 1-year-old, all residents of Providence Housing Scheme, EBD. Preliminary investigations reveal that the car was traveling south along the eastern carriageway of Heroes Highway at a high speed. As the vehicle approached the junction of Heroes Highway and Diamond Main Access Road, where there is a lawful diversion with reflectors and road markings indicating a right turn into Diamond Main Access Road, the driver failed to make the right turn and continued further south. Consequently, the car collided with concrete piles situated on the side of Diamond Main Access Road. The collision resulted in injuries to the driver and all 5 occupants, with 3 occupants, Emily Persad, Ellie Persad, and Tresha Singh, seated in the rear, back, seat sustaining severe injuries. Emily Persad succumbed to her injuries while receiving medical treatment, and the other 2 occupants were admitted for observation. Emergency medical technicians, EMT, from the ambulance services arrived at the scene, providing immediate assistance to the injured. Bhagat Singh was pronounced dead on arrival at the Diamond Diagnostic Center. The driver and Brittany Hendricks were taken to the Diamond Diagnostic Center and later transferred to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, for further medical attention. The bodies of the deceased, Emily Persad and Bhagat Singh, were respectfully escorted by the police to the Memorial Gardens Funeral Home for cold storage, pending post-mortem examinations. The Guyana Police Force extends condolences to the families affected by this tragic incident. The investigation is ongoing to determine the circumstances surrounding the collision.